Okay, right. So, hi everybody. This is Arjun, and to talk about my experience, I have a overall experience of close to 8 years. Throughout my career, I have been working mostly on the BI space itself, in the BI space actually. BI space in the sense I have been working mostly in the reporting area. I mean on the reporting tools. Especially first 4 years of my career I have been working on SAP BO on 3.1 as well as 4.0, both of the versions. Parallelly on creating the reports, we used to connect to this Oracle database as well as I have also even worked on Microsoft SQL Server database also. That's what exactly was the first 4 years of my career. And then after that, slowly I have just moved on to this particular Tableau just as a part of the project requirement. From to talk about my relevant experience on Tableau, it's close to 3.11, something like this. So I have been working mostly on all the versions of Tableau desktop since from the beginning of my career on Tableau, especially starting from 8.3, then through all the versions of 9, and currently we are working on 10.0 in my project. The actual, the latest product of Tableau desktop is on 10.2. That's the latest version, but still our project has 10.0. Seems the upgradation should happen soon actually. So that's what exactly my technical skill set. I have worked on almost most of the relational databases as well as these two reporting tools are my primary skill sets, SAP BO and then Tableau. Apart from this, I have worked on different functional areas also, especially I have worked on all the modules of supply chain management of a pharma company. I just worked for creating dashboards for a pharma company on their supply chain management modules, basically on the material procurement and all these kind of things. And also I worked on the retail space. So these are the two domains where I have a strong subject knowledge also, retail and pharma, supply chain management of pharma. So that's what exactly little bit introduction about me. Okay. So what is that I'll try to take you through today is I'll try to tell you what exactly is Tableau. Uh, what exactly are the things that we will be offering as a part of this particular course. Okay, right. So I won't make it much complicated. I won't take any slides over here. I'll simply take a notepad and try to put each and every point over there so that you people would be much aware of what exactly are each and every points over here, right? Fine. So to start with, see, basically Tableau is nothing but, let me just increase the font over here. Tableau is a data visualization tool. So what exactly is data visualization in the sense? It is something called as graphical representation of data. Okay. So graphical representation in the sense taking up the raw data and representing the same thing in the form of a dashboard. So customer should be able to get the answers for his business questions within seconds to take key business decisions. See, nowadays most of the customers are preferring these kind of visualization or these kind of dashboards. Okay, so the age-old reports, basically, if you just look at the reports before some 6 to 7 years back or 10 years back, most of the reports used to be in the form of a table itself, or max they would go for a line chart, bar chart, or a pie chart. So that is what exactly the reporting uh, skills are extended up to, not more than that. So completely visualization, that's not something which is so often, I mean, which is so widely available before few years actually. But with these particular data visualization tools, most of the people are preferring this particular dashboards completely. I'll show you one real example what exactly is the importance of data visualization, I think most of you people would have been heard about this particular website. Crickinfo.com. Okay, so let me just show you a scorecard over here for one of the match. Just look at this. See, basically I think you people would understand about what exactly is this scorecard. In a test match there will be 4 innings, or in one day you will be having 2 innings. So this is the name of the batsman, how exactly is he out, number of runs that he had scored, minutes, balls played, 4, 6 and strike rate. After this particular scorecard of the batsman, you can see the bowling scorecard also over here. Bowler name, how many overs had he bowled, maidens, run, wickets, economy, 0, fours and sixes. So in this way, since it's a test match, you'll be having totally 4 innings over here. And this is also the final summary, who exactly won this match. Now, whenever a person opens any particular scorecard, few questions what exactly he will try to get the answers for is, he would try to maximum see who exactly is the player of the match, who exactly won the match, who is the highest scorer, who is the person with more number of wickets, something in this way. So we can't understand so easily from this particular scorecard all these things. But slowly, if you just scroll down on the on the right hand side of your screen, you can see something in the form of a dashboard over here. This will give you most of the answers for the questions that you are looking out for. See, this is the overall match summary. Who won the match? So who is the best batting performances? Who did the best batting performances? Who have the best bowling performances? Who is, if you see this particular cup, it means man of the match, something in this way. Okay. And if you want to understand about the match in detail, you can just use this option and you can filter for whatever the innings that you want over here in this way. Right. So further, if you want to understand about any particular player, click on him, you will be able to see the complete details of that particular player in detail. So the complete match is represented within a small dashboard over here, and whatever the answers that you want, you can just get it out from here. This is what exactly the customer expects even from us. Take the raw data from me. These are my key business questions. Now you just build a dashboard in such a way that I would be able to get the answers for the business questions that I am looking out for from your dashboard. I don't want to do some kind of summary analysis again on top of the data that you have created. I should be able to get the answers straight away. So that's where exactly these visualization tools comes into the picture. Okay. So this is the basic reason behind moving on to the visualization tools. Instead of studying the raw data or the data that is represented in the form of a table, it's all about graphical representation of your data. Okay, right. Second point, what exactly are features of these visualization tools? See, whenever a client asks us for a reporting tool, or how exactly the client will understand that Tableau is a best tool, why not some other tools, in the sense due to its features. See, most of the features for all the reporting tools or the visualization tools would be one and the same, with little bit difference. But that little bit difference would make a lot of change in the revenue of that particular product actually. Why to prefer it? Why not to prefer it? Okay. See, I'll just put on some 10 to 12 features over here, which are most widely expected from the customer actually. So starting with the first one, people would look out for connectivity to different data sources. So can this particular visualization tool connect to multiple data sources or not? After connecting, can I have cross database joins? That is, can I create a report or a visualization on top of multiple data sources? That is nothing but cross database join. Next one, number of charts supported. So how many charts will this particular tool support? Can I have geocoding? Can I have something like a bar chart, pie chart, line chart, tree map, bubble chart, scatter plot, bullet graph? So you'll have a lot of things. Will my particular tool supports 3D charts? All these things. So how many charts does this particular reporting tool or the visualization tool supports? It also matters a lot. Next one. Can I apply filters? Can I format my text? Can I show filters to the customer to select the values on his own? Something in this way. And next one. Can I have the option for hierarchies like drill down and drill up? Can I create new calculated fields? Creating new calculated fields is the most important thing. Why? Because whatever the business logic that the customer gives you, it can't be straight away implemented within your dashboard. Always there would be a need for creating some calculated fields. If you just look at my screen over here, I think I have just removed it. There are close to 130 functions, I think so, in Tableau. So basically out of that 130 functions, some close to 35 to 40 functions, we will be discussing them down the line in the sessions. So those are very, very important. They would be very important to us whenever we start implementing the business logic. And your reporting tool should have a huge number of functions that helps you in creating these calculated fields, which in turn will help you to implement the business logic. Okay. So after this, dashboards. Dashboards is all about interaction between different charts. Then after this, exporting the data, exporting the image into CSV, XLSX, or exporting the image into JPG format, PNG format, something in this way. So can I schedule my workbook? Can I subscribe to my dashboard? So scheduling and subscription, will this particular Tableau supports it? Can I get alerts when there is a change in the KPI values? So these are all different things what exactly the customer would look out for, especially one more point, user level security. Like if one of the user from so and so state looks at the data, he should be able to see only his state data, not the rest of the things. So only one dashboard, but we should be able to apply different user level filters on top of that. The view should be displaying a different data for different person login. So these are the most important features what the customers would be looking out for. They will first of all ask you the question, not you basically, the sales team, whomsoever approaches these customers, that we are providing support on Tableau, so we have resources on Tableau. So if you have any work on that, you can just give it here. Something in this way, the sales team would be approaching these customers. So in that particular instance, the customer would be asking these questions to your corresponding sales team. That is one way. Second way is they on themselves will leave it to us to decide the best tool actually. They will ask you to present some 3 to 4 tools or what exactly is your technical capabilities on the visualization part. So then the corresponding sales team would come up with a slide representing all the visualization tools that the company supports, or where exactly do we have resources on these particular visualization tools, which reporting tool, how many resources. Even in that case also the customer would ask you out for these features, whether if all these particular reporting tools supports this or not. And one more important point, geocoding. So geocoding is all about representing your data on top of a map. So that's also one of the most important thing. Okay, right. So I'll just pause over here.
Databases which would connect to Tableau generally in the
Right.
market?
Okay, fine.
Is it like a specific databases or is it like a through the Excel sheets? Generally, like what will the most used one?
Just look at this. I'll show you that. Kumar. I'll just open this and show you. So these are all the list of data sources over here, Kumar. Can you see them? It could be a flat file, it could be a
Mm-hmm.
semi-structured data, it could be a statistical file, or it could be any relational databases like Oracle, Microsoft SQL Server, MySQL. It could be something like SAP HANA also. So it supports almost all the
Mm-hmm.
data sources. It could be your Google spreadsheets also.
Does it connect to big data and Hadoop interface as well?
You can just see it over here. You can connect to that.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay. As soon as you click on this Cloudera Hadoop, you can see this
Mm-hmm.
option Hive or Impala something in this way. So whatever
Okay. Okay.
instance that you want to connect to, you can connect it. Okay, right.
But only one question, like, what is the leading difference, like, which you can make out of other BI tools? One is like you said it's only the chart representation, or
And
do you see something else as well? Like there are many other tools also where you provide a different set of graphs as well, right? So only that is leading the difference, or do you see any other features also as a difference?
see, basically, one thing what I observe is, apart from futures, one more point play a major role. That is nothing but availability of resources and training of resources, Gangar. Okay. See, if one need to understand about this particular tool and implement the features in this particular tool, it won't take much time. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So most of the things would be drag and drop. Apart from all these features are all okay. These are all something which
Mm-hmm.
you will be having in most of the tools. So how
Okay.
far are we able to groom up our resources on this particular tool and deploy them into the project? That is also one more
Mm-hmm.
point. So if you think in that
Mm-hmm.
scenario, making people to understand Tableau and start working on that would be more easy than working with the other reporting tools. Why? Because except creating
Mm-hmm.
calculated fields, rest of the things would be drag and drop, something in this way, Sri. Okay. So it's
Okay.
easy to build our competency on top of this. If you move on to ClickView,
Okay.
of course, it's one of the best visualization tool. But the problem would be not these many charts are supported over there. Especially geocoding is not so good over there actually. And people need to
Mm-hmm.
understand about something called as ClickView scripting. So that's what exactly. And second and the most
Mm-hmm.
important thing is licensing part, Sri. Licensing for Tableau would be much less actually.
Mm-hmm.
Implementation cost, it would be much less compared
Mm-hmm.
to the other visualization tools
Okay.
or the other reporting tools. And I think you would have been heard about this
Okay.
magic quadrant, Gartner magic quadrant. Have you heard about it?
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes.
So just have a look on this. Magic quadrant for business intelligence 2017. So from the past 5 years in a row, this Tableau is in the top position over here in the leaders board actually.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so
Okay.
Tableau, ClickView, and then Microsoft Power BI. Even Power BI, which is a Microsoft product, this is also grooming up fast actually. I think, but as of now, Tableau is in the top position from the past 5 years. You can also see few more reporting tools like visualization tools like MicroStrategy, TIPCO, Elofin, but they are still under this particular leaders board only. But on the leaders board, you have these three tools over here, Sri. And especially to talk
Oh,
about Tableau, right from 2012, I think so, if I remember well, or 2011, it's always in the top position over here. Basically, these people prepare a kind of report and send it out in the month of February each and every year. They would consider all these different futures and few other parameters like how many users are really preferring this, how many are using it there in the real time, what is the licensing cost compared to rest of the things, what is the futures. Especially one more point over here is mobile based dashboards also.
okay,
So there will be still lot of futures, but I think Max I have covered most of the important things. Mobile based
okay,
dashboard,
okay,
platforms it is supporting all these kind of things. Okay,
okay, Arjun. Thank you. Yeah, thanks.
right. Okay.
Arjun, a quick question before
Yeah,
you go on to the next
yeah,
one.
yeah, please tell me.
Um, how big the data set can be in Tableau that it can handle? Like you're saying, like click view, when compared it with the click view, it's easy. I mean, it's cost efficient and all that stuff. But is it capable of handling that big data sets also in the dashboards?
Yeah, yeah. I'll tell you about my experience over here. Kangara, right?
Uh-huh.
Kongara.
Yeah, Kongara. Yeah.
Right, I'm just confused. I'll also call you as Sri, okay? Not a problem.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Identically today there are three Sris in the call, so you might be.
Right. I'll tell you my
Yeah.
experience over here. See, the first project what I worked with basically with a system of 4 GB RAM and with a server configuration of 64 GB. See, generally, I think you would have been heard about products in Tableau. What exactly are different products in Tableau? Totally, there are
Arjun,
six.
in between, your voice is breaking up in between, actually.
Okay. Can everybody of you mute yourself? I think that should be the problem. Echo something, this kind of thing. Uh,
Okay.
just ping me in the chat window. Are you people able to hear me clearly? Yeah. Okay, fine. See, yeah, coming back to the question what you were asking me. Actually, we will work on a tool on a product called as Tableau Desktop for creating or modifying Tableau workbooks. This Tableau workbook is nothing but it is combination of three things, Sri. Sheet plus dashboard plus storyboard. So it's all about creating visualization. We will install this Tableau desktop in our local machine and start connecting to the data source and create a workbook on top of that. And that workbook, we will be publishing it onto a web application called as Tableau server. A developer will publish his Tableau workbook onto this application and share with the customers. So since this is a web application, this will be installed in a very high configuration machine and will be maintained by administrator. But this desktop is something which is a, you can just think it like a software or an application that is installed in our machine. So I'll tell you about my experience over here. When we have created a workbook of 7 MB in our local system and published it onto a server of 64 GB RAM. Generally, our machines used to have 4 GB RAM and 8 GB RAM, right, Sri? So, when we published it onto our server with a 64 GB RAM configuration, there were little bit performance issues. 7 MB, 7 MB workbook or more than that. If we come close to 10 MB, then we used to have lot of performance issues. See, it's not like Tableau does not handle huge amount of data or it can handle only less amount of data. It also depends upon the configuration of your machine actually. And I worked in one more project where we came across close to 1 GB of data within our workbook. And in that case, the RAM was close to 4 TB, I think so. 2 to 4 TB actually, not even GBs also. Uh, Something like this. Okay. So this is what exactly the difference that I can tell you, Sri. It always depends upon your hardware configuration also. The tool supports almost whatever the data that you bring in. I have seen workbooks of close to 1 GB and I have seen workbooks of close to 10 MB also. But in both the cases, it purely depends upon your final deployment layer, final deployment hardware machine. So that is nothing but your server configuration, server hardware configuration. So if it's high, it will not be a problem. If it's low, then it will be a problem. Got it, Sri?
Yeah, got it, Arjun. But
But there is nothing limitation like
this
tool
server
doesn't
could
support
be
it. There is nothing limitation like that. It purely depends upon your configuration. Huh. Now tell me, you are asking something.
no, the server can be virtual anywhere, right? Like in the client place. Like
Yeah,
I work in an insurance
exactly.
firm, so the server is somewhere exist virtually, and I can publish this webby application anywhere, right? Wherever the server is available.
Huh.
So it's not exactly it doesn't depend upon my machine,
Right, exactly. That's
right?
what.
So.
All that you need to do is just create the dashboard and publish it onto the
Uh-huh.
server. That's from where exactly you'll share it with all the people. Okay.
Okay, and it handles however the big the data is. That's what you're
Generally,
saying.
whenever you work with big data, I think you will have huge configuration machines, huge hardware configurations. So it
Mm-hmm.
won't be so easy to implement it on a 64 GB RAM machine or 128 GB RAM machine. Definitely, they should go in something big actually, like
Ah,
1 TB, something in this way. And all this they will purchase it mostly online itself. I think even I have also not seen a 1 TB RAM machine so far or a 64 GB RAM machine so far. Everything would be on cloud actually. Like they would purchase a machine from Amazon Web Services, AWS,
yes.
something like
Mm-hmm.
this. Okay?
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that got my point. So thanks, Arjun.
Right, no problem. See, basically, this server is a secured portal. In order to log in onto this particular server, you need to get a username and password from the administrator. So administrator will install this particular Tableau server on a high configuration machine and he will take care of all the services within this server. His main responsibility is to make sure that all the services within this particular Tableau server are up and running 24 by 7 so that the developers or the users can log in onto this server to publish their workbooks or to see the dashboards output at whatever the time they want and from whatever the location that they need. Whatever the location in the sense, again there is a small constraint over there. You should be basically in the LAN or in the network of the customer. Say suppose let's say I am working for a GE project. I can't easily connect from outside just like that. I need to have a VPN. I need to have something in this way. Then connect to my particular ID. Then from there I can access all the applications. So if you are authorized to have it, yes, you can access it from anywhere. No need of installing server in each and every machine. It's something like your Gmail, Google Drive, something like this, or your company mail itself. See, your company mail ID, you'll not install any software for that. All that you will do is, you'll just move on to your office, open your desktop or laptop, open the browser, enter the URL, or you can even configure in your Outlook. So no need to install any software for that. It's a web application completely. Someone would be maintaining the service and they will make sure that the people are able to access it 24 by 7 and you will be able to open the mail from wherever you want and drop a mail or look at the mails, accept the calendars, all these things within that. So the same thing over here. It's a common platform or it's a shared platform. where you can publish all your workbooks and share it with the customers. Reader is nothing but, this is a free product which can be installed in your local desktop, and it provides the option only to read existing Tableau workbooks. See, basically, Tableau Desktop is a licensed tool. It costs around $2,000 for one single user for 1 year. After that, you will have somewhere close to 25% maintenance free from the second year. Like, let's say if I got a license for $2,000 for the first year. So from second year onwards, it would be close to $500 per year as a part of maintenance. Server, the minimum server price is close to, for 10 users login, I think it's $10,000. So this is what exactly the server price. I don't think the people would be good enough to go with 10 users. They would even exceed more than that. So in that case, it varies. It varies basically. It depends upon your sales team approach to the Tableau sales team. How far are they dealing or coming to an agreement? It depends completely on top of that. So that could be better explained by the Tableau sales team itself than me. But this is what exactly the minimum configuration that we need to purchase once we go for this Tableau server. Reader is nothing but it's just like something like a tab. See, you would have been heard about this PDF reader, right? What is the difference between PDF editor and PDF reader? So the same difference between desktop and reader. PDF editor is a licensed tool where you can create PDF files or edit some PDF files. But PDF reader, it's only a software or an application which you can install and read the PDF files if there are any existing ones. In the same way, reader would be mostly preferred by the customer. If they want to download the workbooks from the server, they can download it. And if they want to read those workbooks offline, there are no need of going for desktop and again spending some money of $2,000 actually. What is that a user will do? He will read the output. That's it. So in that case, you can suggest your customer to prefer this Tableau reader to have that in their machines.
Arjun, one question here, Sri Adata. Here, like when you say read it, already users would be accessing to a URL to access the reports, right? I hope workbook is like a report itself,
Right,
right?
exactly. Right.
Okay, so generally, like I mean, in other BI tools and all, users will be logging to a particular URL, and from there they will try to access the dashboard, and then within the dashboard there would be some reports. So the reader, like, is it like something different than the URL, or
Right.
is it? I mean, I understand it is installed on the desktop, but how they would be able to retrieve the reports?
See, there are two ways of reading a report, Sri. Okay. Point number one, if they want to look at the real-time dashboards, that is wherever
Mm-hmm.
they can see the latest data on day-to-day basis or something like this, or user-level filters, something like this. If they want to have the real-time dashboards, they can log in onto the server and have a look on the dashboards there itself, and they can read it out there
Okay.
itself. But let's say they want to have a copy in their local machine. See, what exactly is Google spreadsheet or what exactly are Google Sheets? It's a kind of Excel file only, but you will have it online. But the same thing, you can download it into your machine, right? What is the difference over
Yes.
here? The output would be one and the same. But if you look at the Google Sheets, generally it would be shared with multiple people. Each and every guy will be updating something over there. If you download it into your machine, you'll have a copy of it, but you can't see the updated data points over there. So the same difference here also, Sri. Server is nothing
Mm-hmm.
but it's a environment where you can refresh all your dashboards and schedule all your dashboards automatically. But let's say one example like my sales team wants to represent the dashboard to the customer, and I don't have any internet access over there. So in that case, what is that the
Mm-hmm.
people would have is they would have a copy in their local machine so that they can simply open it and show it to the customer that these things are something which can be done on the dashboard. So it's completely a offline copy. offline copy of your dashboard, which you can read without any license. You can only read it. That's what exactly. Got it, Sri?
So it is, yeah, it is like you read it and it will store into a local desktop
Right,
and
exactly.
you will try to access.
Data will
Okay,
not be
so it is
updated,
like,
but you will have the copy of the complete dashboard in your machine. That's what exactly.
hmm, okay.
Generally,
So
the customers
it's,
won't download the workbook into their machines and try to look at the data. During the testing phase, most of the people would
mm-hmm,
download it into their machine and have a look on that actually. And even
mm-hmm,
for offline work also, they would try to have it. That's what exactly.
okay.
Offline analysis.
But it's not the end user who generally access it through the reader, right?
End
It's only
user would
the,
prefer the latest data each and every day, right, Sri?
yes,
So
yes.
they will
Okay,
definitely access to Tabular server itself, not through reader.
okay, okay. Thank you.
Right. Now, what exactly is Tabular Public? See, if you want to publish your workbooks onto these kind of public websites, so Tabular server, it's a secured website. If you publish something over there, not everybody can access it. Only few people who are authorized to do, only they would access it. But let's say I want to share my dashboards with all the people over the internet or over the uh, public platforms, then you can make use of a product called as Tabular Public. This is used for publishing your dashboards onto public platforms. Okay. And online is nothing but this is cloud version of Tabular server. So what exactly is cloud version or what exactly is hosted version of Tabular server in the sense? Simple. Uh, Server, it's your own product. You will purchase it, you will have a license, you can install it and maintain it with the help of an administrator. So it's in your hands completely. Where you want to deploy it, where you want to or how you want to maintain it. So everything will be in your hands. So you will be controlling the administrator. But let's say I don't want to set up a Tableau server, but instead of that, I just want to observe how exactly it works for some 3 months or 6 months, and then I would go for a complete version of it. So in that case, you can prefer this Tableau Online, which is nothing but cloud version of your server. Tableau team will be providing this particular Tableau server to you as a service. They will maintain the server, they will create the usernames and passwords. So all that you need to tell over here is how many user logins you need. See, basically for 1 year, this cost around $500 access to one single user. So let's say I need access to 3 users. So they will provide you at a cost of $1,500. All the thing over here is Tableau server is provided as a service to you. See what exactly are all these things? Swiggy, Food Panda, all these things basically. These are all online food apps, food applications. You can order your food online. You can go to a restaurant and get it or you can cook it. It's your own thing. But if you want it as a service actually, if you want to utilize getting those things as a service, then you can go for all these online applications. So here you are not going, you are instead of that you are raising a request and the people are getting it to you and they are charging you. In the same way, if you don't have a server, if you don't have an administrator, nothing to worry about that. Still, you can prefer this cloud version of your server, which is online. Got it, Sri, Angara, and Srikant? Okay.
Yes,
Yes,
Arjun,
yes,
I
sure.
got it.
And the last one is mobile. So it's a mobile app where you can connect to the server and look at the dashboards. Okay. So these are different products in Tableau. If one needs to get started with Tableau, they should be understanding about what exactly are the roles in Tableau, what exactly are different products in Tableau. Two roles, one is developer, the other one is administrator. As a developer, I'll be working on Tableau desktop. As an administrator, I'll be putting up my dashboards onto the server over here. Fine. Right.